Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. See, you're right. Good afternoon.
See? Yes. It's almost night there. I mean, what time is it?
Here is like 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Mhm.
I'm so tired, guys. It's Sunday. These dudes made me wake up at 8 to record at 9 on a Sunday. It's illegal in most countries. Wake
Illegal.
up so early. Yeah, wake up so early.
I can see that you didn't shave here.
Shave. Dude, we need to ask the listeners, do we need to shave for the rape episode? Yeah, it's all your fault. So
Okay.
we're here, Korean Tapas, episode 25 already. Amazing. As usual, Minky, Jisang, hello again.
Hi.
Hola, hola. Breaking news. Enter the music from the news. Breaking news. A few months ago, I read on the newspaper, not from you, I'm disappointed, that Korea decided to change how they calculate their age. For context, for the listeners, this is something I always was very proud of, to knowing this small little about Korea. Whenever I met somebody talking about Korea, I said, "But do you know that in Korea you are 2 years older or 1 year older?" And I was so smart and feeling so powerful, but now no longer. So I wanted to ask you guys how that happened and how did it affect anything.
Uh, I heard also, I've actually uh, received this information from the news, not by our friends or colleagues, but there had been lots of inconveniences due to the differences among those three age systems that we take. The,
Wait a minute, three? I thought it was
yeah,
two.
there
What?
were three. I thought there were only two, but were actually three. So first, international age is this the system that you guys use. Korean age, which we had explained earlier in our previous episode, probably in the last year. And lastly, there was a
Lunar?
crazy combination between Korean age and international age.
A combination. Wow.
Yeah, which was simply Korean age minus one, and that
Korean H minus one. Okay.
yeah, that age is only used for how to say the for example, it was used for legal consumption of alcohol and legal age for military service, something like that.
Ha.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay, so but was this something that you guys like heard from the government or like this proposal? Because I'm sure that this cannot happen in in one night, right? I mean, today you are 21 and tomorrow you are 18. So did you guys like follow up on this sort of proposal, or there was voting, or how did it happen? I mean, for me, it's a huge change, no?
It's a big change. As I know, it was being discussed like before 8 years ago or
8 years, okay,
about 10
yeah.
years ago because this kind of crazy mixedness with the Korean age, international age, and some other age, and inside the Korean age we have also some crazy shit which is the which we say which is we talking about the button, the fast, what can I say, the earlier of the who born in January or February normally count 1 year older than the normal age in Korea. So okay, you don't have to understand it. Even Korea,
It's
even
impossible.
Korean, we don't we have many jokes about this one. So
Yeah.
so about Korean age system, we have confusion too before. So it was discussed earlier, but what I know is the current president wanted to change this system officially for
Right.
making the
For everything,
official
right?
age.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for everything. Now in the news, we have a different age. In the
Papers, another age.
legal
Yeah, yeah.
paper, yes, we have a different age, so we have to make it unification.
Okay, so let's make an example here. So you want to go to the club, dancing, meet some girls, right? What's the minimum age to enter a club? It's what, 21 or 18?
I'll say just 19 in the last concept that I mentioned. Korean age minus one. So in Korean age, it's 20.
Okay, I count 20 actually. So
Okay. So hard. So okay. So you okay. So 20 minutes minus one. But now with this change, somebody who might have been able to enter the club can no longer. Is this correct?
I'm not really sure. There might be some additional adjustment for to to find a solution for those kind of problems, I guess, because I'm pretty sure that there won't be any separation among the exact moment or exact month of the birth for the people who were born in the same year. I don't think so.
No, no, no. Of course. I mean, in here as well, right? I mean, usually, I mean, not natural year. But it's interesting that I mean, I wonder if there are examples where before the change you could do stuff or you were entitled to do stuff, and now you could not, or vice versa. Maybe that I don't know. Yeah, before you couldn't, and now with the new change you can. I don't know. I mean, for me, it feels big, feels interesting. I mean,
I
a little bit
think
more boring.
I think for those types of concerns, probably the government will also how to say decrease the officially allowed age for specific things. I guess. So, for example, for alcohol consumption, they will
Or
find
driving, right?
make it
Driving. Yeah.
18 instead of 19 as it is now, and for driver's license as well. I guess.
yeah,
Okay.
this one I have experienced it when I was in the first year. I had so many drinking. What can I say? I have so many drinking cases, but one case, we have one 18 international age person, but she was not 19 in Korean age. I mean, no, I'm sorry, 20 in Korean age. So she have to get out from the bar. So
Right.
I mean, I was 18 in international age, but I was 20 in Korean age, so I was passed. But she didn't. So she didn't get passed, so she was out of the bar.
So
I'm
you
no,
were
I'm
born.
serious. So in 1 a.m. we have to find out the bar that
This is so
check.
complicated, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can completely understand why you guys or the government, everyone would want to change this. I wonder about the old people. Do you think like grandpas and grandmas, are they like, will they adapt to the new system or they'll still think about the old system? Because usually old people get, I mean, it's difficult for them to change the old ways, right? Yeah, yeah. I think another example of age and stuff. I think my Korean master here from Spain, they don't really know exactly when he was born, right?
Yes.
Because like 80 years ago, paperwork in Korea, you can imagine, no? So they more or less know based on the moon, something like that. It's like they know it's how was it like
Oh.
the fourth something moon in February or some weird shit they explained to me. I'm like, and we think more or less 80 years old. I don't know for sure. So yeah, but now he's probably younger.
Lunar New Year?
Or something. I don't know.
Lunar age.
You mean
Something like that. Yeah.
lunar calendar?
Yes. 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 Something like that.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
actually, my parents' birthday are both counting by lunar calendar.
Aha. You see? Interesting.
But as I know, they just count their age by the, can I say, the actual solar calendar.
So
So they
complicated.
so actually age system doesn't count with, as I know, with the lunar calendar. I'm not sure,
Very
but
good. Very good. Yeah, that's what I need to know, and I now feel so much better. Thank you so much. I don't have
Yeah.
more questions.
The only thing that I'm really curious is that I think you might probably heard of the thing that in Korea the age difference matters quite a lot when it comes to the way of speaking because only 1 year difference makes it different. I mean, we have 존댓말, which is like polite way of speaking, but it's quite stricter than any other languages in the world, as far as I know. But if we take that international age system, they might be in the same age at the same time, but in the few months later, they might become uh, like 1 year older and 1 year younger. So
yes.
I'm even though I'm Korean, I'm not really sure how this,
how to fix
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
how to
how to
fix it or how to adjust ourselves into this kind of culture. I think in the
right.
long
So
term, people will, like, as time goes by, people. This is my personal opinion, simply. So, for example, like 3 decades later, 4 decades later, I think personally
Mm.
this strict system of 존댓말 will disappear
ah,
ultimately. But in the near future, I don't know what's gonna happen.
we might
Probably
pray for
people will
that. Yeah,
still stick to the old system of Korean age. That's what I think.
right. Yeah, that's also very like shocking, at least from Spain, right? Because when you meet somebody in Spain, you would never think about asking their age, like ever, right?
Mm.
Unless maybe I don't know, maybe if you're a teenager or something, right? But at work or outside of work, you meet woman, man, whatever. You don't go and say, "Hey, my name is Marta, and I'm 26." Nobody does that, and
Oh.
nobody asks that, right?
Okay.
Because we don't have these different types of speech to do polite, less polite. I guess it's a matter of context. I mean, if you're at work, you're more polite. If you're met in a bar, you're less polite. Things like that, right? But when it comes to age, I mean, for you guys, it's shocking that we don't ask that. And for us Spaniards here, it's shocking that you might go to Korea and they ask you the first 2 3 questions. How old are you? And it's like, oops, why do you want to know? So yeah.
There are so many types of people, but what I know is that until 30, and they counted as mayor. They counted more. They wanted to be more because they wanted
Ah,
to
of
be
course.
respected. But
Ah,
after one time, after 30, they counted less because they wanted to be younger. Do you know what I mean? So like,
yes.
they have university friends. Then he is getting respected as young, but after he goes
Mm.
to the company, then he gets younger, so he can get the young. What is it? The advantage or something.
Right. So here's the same, but for a different, totally different, like reason, right? So I guess when you are, I don't know, 18, and somebody says, "Ah, you look like 20, or you look like 22, 23," you feel like, "Oh, I look so mature, so much manlier, so much like, you know, not as a kid, right? Not because of respect, but rather like you look like a grown man, no?" But then, as you say, maybe you get to 30 or 30 something, and you start thinking when you ask somebody, "Yeah, what's my age?" And they say, "Oh, you look like 20 something." "Oh, really? Thank you so much."
Really, I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't know. I
Yeah,
thought you
the
guys
other
only prefer to be looked old.
old. No, why? I mean, the other day, exactly. What was it? 1 or 2 weeks ago? I met somebody. I don't know. Was it at work? Was it at work actually? Yes. And we were in a round table just chatting, and somebody said, "Okay, how old are you?" And I said, "How old you make me?" Right? Because it's always a joke, no? And he said, "You cannot be older than 28 or 27." I'm like, "Oh!" And I said, yes, you're right. Of course, 27." When I'm actually 35. So yeah, I was so happy that I look so young and so handsome. But on the other way around, the guy, he was like, I don't know, I don't know. He looked way older than he actually was. So that's a curse. That you don't want to do that. You you don't want to look 40 when you are 30. That's You're not eating healthy. You're not playing golf like Minky. Things like that. How are you with the golf, Minky? Are you good? How many
So
swings?
so
No, no.
so I'm suck.
I suck.
I'm sucked. What can I say? I'm horrible. It's horrible.
Anything else from the age you want to know in Spain or want to share?
Ah, one question. As I know, internationally, age get function when in about the marriage. Like what I saw from the movie or the sitcom is that, uh, like Korea, if their age difference is more than 7 or 8, then quite they get difficulty with the marriage. Is it true or not? Do you think so?
So I know couples with like quite some different age, like 7 years or and it's not very common when you're young, right? Because when you're young, it's a huge difference. Like if you marry at 25 and you seven led, it's 25 versus 18, which is a big difference. But when you're 40 and you marry somebody at 33, I don't think it's a big difference, right?
Or
I'm sure
men.
there's a
Oh,
problem if it's more like if you are like 80 and you're marrying somebody in 18, it's like they look at you and say, what is this? I mean, are you trying to steal this poor man's money or what is it, right? But no. I mean, the other day, talking about marriage, the other day, a colleague from work told me that um, he had to go as a witness to a wedding at the city office, city hall, but not a regular wedding. It was a wedding from a national Spaniard and a foreigner, and they want to check if the marriage was legal or not, right? I mean, they ask him, hey, but how long do you know this couple? Is this couple really in love, or is there anything fishy in this couple? Things like that, like in the movies. I didn't know they do this here, but turns out they do.
what if the girl? For example, what if the girl has 40 and man has 33? Is it? I mean, familiar or?
I
I
mean,
mean, the woman with the older age, is it also common in Spain
I
when they marry?
don't know if I think about it. I don't think I know any couple married with that configuration. I think it's a little bit uncommon. I think
But you don't
mostly.
count like 1 or 2 years different.
Yeah, I guess when you talk about one or two, it's like it's nothing, right? Yeah, one or two, it can happen. Yeah, seven, eight, it's more because I don't know, it's. I mean, it's all personal preference, right? I don't know. I mean, people they like white hair and say it's so handsome, like George Clooney. I don't know, but usually, I think men, sadly, or I don't know the reason, but I guess men they don't want old women. I don't know. It's like
Mm,
Leonardo DiCaprio when
okay,
when
okay.
they get to 25, she dumps them.
Oh,
He dumps them
okay.
because they are too, too old for him. It's stupid. Yeah.
Mm, okay,
Okay. Are we done?
I'm done.
Yeah, you have to ask us your questions because we're talking about totally the breaking news from Korea.
Yeah, but breaking news it's already solved. I still don't understand anything. When I go there, they will probably ask me the age again, so nothing changes for me. The only thing that changes is that I will be young again when I go to Korea. When I left Korea the
Yes.
last time, I was like 37, and now I'll be back with I don't know 35. So it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Fantastic. No, really, I mean, when you go there and they add you plus two, it hurts your feelings, right? Because plus two, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I believe that. I mean, I'm talking about this because you have just mentioned about the questions that the foreigners receive in Korea. I truly believe that the first question will be where you from. Second question, what's your name? Then the third question will be their age. I'm pretty sure, at least within the first 5 questions.
Yeah. That totally.
100% agree.
Yeah. I met so many people in my travels there, and it's usually like that. Yeah. Where you
Does
from?
it considered rude in Spain or is it
Yes.
normal? Rude.
Okay, okay.
I mean,
Mm,
again, depend on the setting, right?
mm,
I think if you are out on a bar and you're usually young, it's not a problem, right? Because again, I mean, a woman saying that she's 21, it's not a big problem. But when you reach, I don't know exactly where is the threshold, but when you get to a certain point, it's unpolite to ask somebody for the age, and usually women, right? Men they don't care too much because maybe it's like a proud sign of I'm older and wise and whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But for women, yeah, it's not very polite to ask their age. I guess this is changing a little bit, but usually, yeah, you don't you don't you don't want to go into that fight, no? Because I mean, it's a fight you cannot win because then she asks, okay, but how long or how old do you think I am?
oh,
Oh, you're screwed there. I mean, what do you say? You always gotta go lower. It's a rule. If you think this woman is like I don't know 40, you gotta say 30. You gotta say 30 because then she's gonna be very happy. Oh, thank you so much, Ricardo. Thank you.
Yeah,
If you
you
say
can just
older,
simply
you get the
You can
slap in
just
the
simply
face.
avoid that question with the answer saying like you look 13 or 14. That's a joke.
14. No, because then they get insulted. If you go too low, that's the thing. If you go too low, they say, "Oh, you think I'm a child? Or you think I'm that immature?" So it's
In
It's a
that
trap.
case, you can go lower, like extremely lower, like
Three
you
three
look
year
three.
old. That's
you
We
make
can
a
just
joke
avoid the
and
situation with the joke. Yeah.
I think you just don't go there. I think when you guys come to Barcelona or Spain, just don't go there. When you meet somebody, hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? And done. Next question. You can go with the P, the blood. What's it? What's it
Blood
called?
type. Blood
What?
type.
Blood type. Blood type. Yeah, I've been asked it in Korea actually.
ABC.
In some of the schools I was there, and then of course you ran out of questions, and the kids were asking P, and I was like, "What are you going to? You want to go to the toilet? Pee? Are you peeing yourself?" Until until the master came in. No, like they were looking like this. Pee. Like what is pee? Is it skin? Is it muscle? What is it? Pee? And then okay, I discovered it was blood, and blood type. I think it's a thing, and the kids know these things. I have it right down in my notes, my phone, because I don't remember my blood type.
Oh,
It's not something I usually share or ask or have to volunteer. So yeah, cool stuff. All right, then I say we don't stretch this anymore. It's gonna be a short one, but as usual, thank you so much. Let's go Korea, and Minki Jisang. I'll see you next time.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a great week.